Welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Tau rules that were previewed. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Necromunda, Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, and Warcry content. Everything from unboxing, reactions and reviews, to painting, converting, magnetizing tutorials, and of course we are a commissioned studio, so we preview a lot of the work as it leaves. Let's jump right in. So obviously we've been getting quite a few new previews of the Tau Empire rules to come out in the new codex. So here we have a new article from Warhammer Community. Obviously not too long ago we just saw some new rules for some of the weaponry and the internet basically lost its mind. If you haven't seen them already, we can take a look. Here we have the new railgun stats from the Hammerhead tank, 72-inch range, heavy one shot, strength 14, AP -6, damage D3 +6. Ability: each time an attack is made with this weapon, invulnerable saving throws cannot be made against that attack. Each time a successful wound roll is made for an attack with this weapon, the target suffers 3 mortal wounds in addition to any other damage. So basically without the ability to take invulnerable saves and AP -6, any wound is going to go straight through, and for the most part going to be wounding on basically 2s or 3s, doing a minimum of 6 plus a D3 plus 3 on a successful wound. So basically looking at a minimum of 10 damage and a maximum of 12 damage. So obviously the internet completely lost its mind and started to melt down. Hammerheads immediately sold out from the store, and now everyone plays Tau and no longer plays their existing armies. The excitement or anger started to fade a little bit. Trolls were posting up gun stats left and right, trying to provoke the internet, but it started to move on. And then we saw the next preview. So next we saw the Pulse Blast Cannon. So let's take a look at these stats. Before selecting targets, select one of the profiles below to make attacks with. This one is focused, range 24, heavy 2, strength 16, AP -4, damage 12, and then also has a dispersed shot, which is range 48, heavy 6, strength 12, -2, 4 damage. And this one is on the Storm Surge battlesuit. Once again, the internet started to completely lose it with the 12 damage stat on this and multiple shots. But it's really not that bad when you break it down with a 24-inch range, and obviously this thing does not want you anywhere near it. Strength 16 is pretty good, wounding anything in the game pretty much on 2s. AP -4 is pretty brutal, and obviously the damage 12. This time you get double the shots, but this one doesn't ignore invulnerable saves. So the internet was a little less taken back by it, but with the new rules today, I'm pretty sure people are going to be melting down even worse than before. Let's take a look. So it says, earn stellar buffs from your sept, or create your own with Codex Tau Empire. Similar to what we saw with Space Marine Codex and some others since then, the new Codex will allow you to create your own sept using a couple of predefined abilities, selecting what you want, and sort of building your own sept accordingly so that it can perform how you like, and then you can build your army with those rules in mind. So we start off by saying the Tau Empire is a beacon of innovation in the otherwise Luddite 41st millennium, constantly developing new and tremendously powerful weapons, evolving its tactics, and bringing new worlds under its sway. Though united by the greater good, each Tau Sept world has a distinct cultural identity which influences all aspects of life, including its approach to war. The Empire's many septs fight in markedly different ways, and the upcoming Codex Tau Empire gives you a toolbox of options for how your army approaches the business of battle. There are 6 major septs in Codex Tau, from the ubiquitous Tau and Vior-La to the more specialized Dal'yth and Borkan. Each gain a sept tenet, a warlord trait, signature system relic, and an exclusive stratagem, representing the characteristics of the worlds they live in. And this is where the internet is going to lose their mind. So we start with Dal'yth. For instance, bustling trade hub renowned for its watercast diplomats, given Tau are one of the few factions in the Warhammer 40k to entertain the idea of diplomacy. This lends its armies to greater appreciation for the auxiliaries and supplement their ranks, and they excel in training Krut and Vespid forces to use the Firecast's powerful tactical philosophies. In turn, their Hunte cadres pick up expert fieldcraft skills from alien comrades. So here we have the Dallas Sept Tenet, trading partners. Each time a ranged attack is made against an infantry unit with this tenet, if the attacker is not within engagement range of the unit, models in that unit receive the benefit of light cover against that attack. If you selected a tactical philosophy at the start of the battle tile auxiliary, units that are in the same detachment as units with this tenet benefit from your army's selected tactical philosophy. So not bad, not game breaking by any means. Next we have Sacia. Commanders from Sacia are meanwhile used to fighting in hard-won campaigns in difficult conditions. They know better than any other value of key strategic terrain, and their comrades can delegate control of objectives to units that would normally be expected to hold them. So here we have the Warlord trait. In your command phase, select one friendly Sacia unit within 9 inches of this Warlord. Until the start of your next command phase, that unit gains the objective secured ability. If that unit already has this ability, models in that unit count as one additional model when determining control of an objective marker. Again, pretty good. Not game breaking by any means. And next we have the Tau Relic. Your chosen sept also gives you a unique relic. The Tau Sept is well known for its efficiency in battle, and its vectored maneuvering thrusters give you already upgraded battlesuits even more mobility. Should your enemy try to catch you on the charge, you can perform an elegant feint and leave them in prime position for punishment. So the vector maneuvering thrusters add 2 inch to the bearer's move characteristic once per battle round when the bearer is selected as a target of a charge. If it is not within engagement range of an enemy unit, it can use this relic. If it does, it can make a normal move. Until the end of the phase, the bearer cannot fire Overwatch or set to defend. Your opponent can select new targets for the charge. So basically they declare a charge against you. You can then make a normal move, and then you're not able to fire Overwatch or set to defend, but your opponent gets to pick a new target. So essentially they try to charge you, you just move out of the way with an extra 2 inches of movement, and then they can no longer charge you because you're far enough away they can't reach you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Again, not game breaking. But this is where the internet is truly going to lose its mind. Then there are the stratagems. Borkan reminds its sister septs that time spent in a laboratory can bear bountiful fruit on the battlefield, and its live test powerful experimental weaponry on the battlefield. So this is the experimental weaponry. This is a stratagem. It costs 2 command points. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase. When a Borkan unit from your army is selected to shoot, select one model in that unit and one weapon that model is equipped with. Until the end of the phase, each time that model makes an attack with that weapon, invulnerable saving throws cannot be taken against that attack. So now you have the ability to select any unit in your army, a single weapon a single model inside that unit, and then a single weapon that model is carrying, and for 2 command points, for a single shooting phase, it can completely ignore invulnerable saving throws. So basically, we could use that gigantic gun we showed you earlier. You could put it on various other things, but completely takes away invulnerable saves, and with a high modifier to your traditional saving throws, can basically stop you from being able to take any saves. Obviously, there are quite a few uses for this. You could use it on any of your large suits, anything with a bunch of shots and a single weapon. The Forge World battle suits will be absolutely amazing with this. For instance, the Yavarna, or perhaps even just the Ghost Keel, but this is truly destruction. For 2 command points, it is a little on the pricey side, obviously, but to essentially just completely vaporize one of your enemy's units, I'd say it's easily worth it. Matter of fact, it's going to be hard to spend command points on anything else. And then when you consider the fact that Tau didn't always have the best stratagems, one could argue they were absolutely terrible, something like this can completely take the army to the next level. So there are quite a few other options available, quite a few other rules, but to tell you the truth, That is the one that really jumps out at me. That is going to essentially take it to the next level. But they do discuss the tenets. They don't show off a bunch of other things, but essentially we'll just take a quick look, play their part. So for battlesuits models with this tenet that have wounds characteristic of 9 or less, count as 3 models when determining control and objective marker. So instead of being 1 model, they count as 3 each. Battlesuit models with this tenet that have wounds characteristics of 10 or more count as 5 models when determining control and objective marker. So for your larger battlesuits now, they can count as 5 models instead of just a single one. Definitely cool. So similar to like what we've seen in the past with the Imperial Knights. And then Sector B, blocking tactics. Each time a core infantry unit with this tenet makes a charge move until the start of your next charge phase, core models in that unit have the objective secured ability. If such a model already has this ability, that model counts as 1 additional model when determining control of an objective marker. So you can use this on, Krut or Fire Warriors or something else that already has objective secured to basically double the amount of models it has. Obviously, they have to make a charge move, or you could potentially charge in with a team of stealth suits or something like that. Not necessarily looking to kill, but more just looking to outnumber the objective and take it over. And then next we have reinforced armor. Each time the ranged attack is made with this weapon that has a strength characteristic of 7 or less against a vehicle or battlesuit unit with this tenet, subtract 1 from the strength characteristic of that attack. And rapid retreat. Each time a unit with this tenet falls back, add 3 to the distance that every model in that unit can move. So again, a little more of a defensive side on this one. But as we can see, the tower are going to get some really cool new rules. Will they be balanced? Will they break the game? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, points are a factor. The rules, some of them themselves can seem amazing, but when we take into account the different combos and points and everything, that's when we really see if they are fairly priced or reasonable, or if they completely break the game. But I have a feeling that we are going to see quite a few hammerheads on the field, as well as alternatively, or in addition to and being an even more popular sept in the future. So, well, there you have it, guys. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man. Hopefully you enjoyed the little preview of some of the new tile rules. I'm sure the internet is going to be in an uproar over these new rules. 40K may have just gotten a little less balanced, if that is even possible. Make sure that you do like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, and of course, warcry content. I am Warhammer Man. This is Warhammer Man Studios, and I'm out of here.